The enemy force is apparently carrying out covert military campaigns based in a ghost town in the Phoenix suburbs. The radar jamming facility for their secret defense is set up in the town. Metal Wolf's radar could be jammed. Please destroy all target areas in the above-ground buildings to knock out the radar jamming and avoid surprise attacks from the enemy. This mission goes by the call name My Darling Clementine Operation. Good luck and Godspeed, Mr. President. This place is pretty run down. Like a town in an old western. A radar jamming station is located here. The number of target areas and enemies seem limited. Let's mop this area up ASAP.
Jody, sorry, but these guys might...
Posing as a hero in an old western is fine, but since you're surrounded now, how about heading for high ground?
Major, you're corrupt. You were never this weak during the Arizona insurrection.
Taking on all three of... This place is pretty run down. Like a town in an old western. A radar jamming station is located here. The number of target areas and enemies seem limited. Let's mop this area up ASAP.
Jody, sorry, but these guys might slow me down.
Huh?
Major, Michael Wilson. You've tarnished the good name of the U.S. military and your reputation as a hero.
And now you'll die for it.
Whatever. This is like starring in John Ford's My Darling Clementine. Wanna find out who gets to play Wyatt Earp?
Posing as a hero in an old western is fine, but since you're surrounded now, how about heading for high ground? Taking on all three at once could be bone-breaking. The enemy with stealth capabilities cannot be picked up due to radar trouble. How about we make a fresh start by destroying the enemy's radar jamming facility? A musician was among the POWs you rescued. He was forced to sing the blues for the troops. Knocked out. Now that's refreshing. Kind of like sunrise on an early summer morning. The fuselage damage rate is over 70%. Wyatt Earp would never have let it go this far. Oh, it's embarrassing just to call you Wyatt Earp.
back in the day, you would have never turned your back on the enemy. We got you in our sights, Major. Now don't.
Copy that. I'm on my way.
Major!
How'd you let him get you?
Mr. President, 2 more enemy missile cowboys still remain. Special mobile armor units have been put 6 feet under, Town Marshal. How's it feel to be an Old West hero?
Not too good. I'm not the hero type. I'm just doing my job as president. Jody, what's the situation across America?
The coup d'etat forces have retreated from the western states.
Yes!
This should kick the resistance movement into high gear.
I can't wait.
You got a voicemail from the resistance, Mr. President.
Metal Wolf, thanks to your efforts, the stage is set for a united revolt in the West. I'm considering moving ahead. However, before this takes place, I'd like to meet you in person to talk. I'll contact you with the details later.
Mr. President, what do you think?
I've been wanting to meet him too.
So let's get you two together.
Sure. But before that, we'll head east. Until we take back all of America, there's no rest for the wicked.
You said it, Mr. President.
Well, Jody, at long last, we head east. We'll reach the East Coast in a flash.
Metal Wolf, planning on wiping out New York this time? You enemy of the people, I, Richard Hawk, won't let you get away with it. I, Richard Hawk, will uphold American justice without fail.
Yeah! Suck on my missile punch!
I won't lose. And the reason is Richard Hawk am the last great American hero.
How do you like me now?
Let's rumble. Eat my flame of justice. Justice is always victorious in the end. Long live the USA!
Dear fellow Americans, good evening. This is an announcement from the Government Policy Promotion Department, where freedom in the United States wasn't built in a day. Good news, finally. Finally, the evil has been crushed. This evening, Metal Wolf, who suddenly showed up in New York, was thoroughly beaten to a pulp by Richard Hawk, piloting a special heavy mobile armor unit. He annihilated the evil. Occurring at the same time from a confidential covert operation. We have also learned that underground terrorists and Metal Wolf sympathizers in hiding were captured in succession all around the country. Although martial law will continue until we are sure that your safety can be completely secured, for today and today only, let's celebrate this victory. This has been an announcement from the Government Policy Promotion Department, your Freedom Point Man.
Metal Wolf crushed? And those phony visuals! What's with that? The special effects don't even beat a Hollywood B movie!
Richard's up to his old tricks again.
Mr. President, according to the Special Intelligence Group, news from the anti-coup d'etat forces has ceased. Actually, we've lost contact with the resistance leader too.
We have?
It appears all the resistance activities have gone south.
Jody, those that died are imposters. I am still here.
So?
Believe in your own justice. I won't lose to that false prophet. And the reason is because I'm the President of the United States of America.
Mr. President!
There's no time for self-pity. Jody, get me up to speed on the situation in the East.
The enemy army has dried up the nation's resources and put the people on a rationing system to construct a spaceplane launch and landing base in Houston. React swiftly as paratrooper reinforcements are predicted to be dropped in from Super Assault heavy attack helicopters that defend the skies and the base. The objective is total destruction of all target areas and the Super Assault heavy attack Olajuwon helicopter. This mission goes by the call name Winner Takes All, Olajuwon versus Metal Wolf. Good luck and Godspeed, Mr. President.
This is DNN's Peter McDonald reporting. I'm coming to you live today from a U.S. military base in the outskirts of Houston, Texas. Scarce natural resources sent from the Space Plane Center are collected and kept here. The U.S. military is collectively managing these goods under martial law. Acting as the defense for this area is this Super Assault Heavy Attack Olajuwon helicopter. Take a look at this firepower. 44mm M197 anti-aircraft guns, 80mm Bofors anti-aircraft cannons, two 10mm grenade launchers, and finally 12 missile containers. In addition to this heavy arsenal, it has the capacity to hold over 100 soldiers. A veritable flying fortress. As long as the Olajuwon is on the scene, Metal Wolf get off so easily.
Hey, Mr. Newsman! You rang?
The Olajuwon appears to be dropping parachute troops from its cargo bay. It'll be trouble when those reinforcements land. Destroy the target areas while shooting down the enemy dropping into the battle.
Those must be some new kinds of weapons. They're being dropped one after another from the Olajuwon. Metal Wolf will have no choice but to deal with this firepower. Trooper Sniper Unit and the pride of the U.S. Airborne is joining the fight. They're dropping into battle one after the other. This is a scene of biblical proportion.
The performance of the smart bomb seems to have fallen off. If there's no guidance device, it's flying blind. A musician was among the POWs you rescued. He was forced to perform to entertain the troops. Knock out the launch bay doors that drop the bombs. First, start by reducing the strong attacks. That device seems to have improved the guidance function performance of the smart bomb, Mr. President. They were held against their will to research space resources.
been decimated by the hand of Metal Wolf. But we still have the speed ace up our sleeve. That trump card being the Super Assault Heavy Attack Elijah 1 helicopter.
damage rate is above 50%. Get into gear.
But giving up is not in the U.S. military's vocabulary. And the reason is, the Super Attack Elijah 1 helicopter is still in action. The Elijah 1's armor plating has taken an awful beating. The dreaded Metal Wolf fights like a demon on a rampage. This aerial fortress has been destroyed by one single foe dressed in mobile attack armor. But I will never give up hope. and hope will never yield to violence. I believe in American justice and my journalistic convictions. Because yes, the pen is still mightier than the sword. This has been Peter McDonald for DNN.
Hey, Mr. Journalist, take a good long look. I think it's time for a new pen. Did you get in touch with the resistance?
No, still no word. Maybe he was captured by coup d'etat forces.
No, he'd never let that happen. I'm sure he's out there waiting to make his move. I must see him. I made him a promise.
Oh, Mr. President.
I'm off to the next battlefront.
The enemy force has concentrated strength in the center of Chicago. Intelligence's most educated guess is that the purpose is to re-educate the citizens and strengthen their support for the Vice President. Though there are many target areas, it is possible to annihilate the enemy by effectively using the train to move from building to building. Destroy the target areas and let the citizens wake up to their town with its tranquility restored. This mission goes by the call name Chicago Daybreak. Good luck and Godspeed, Mr. President. The enemy, this, good luck and enemy forces occupy Chicago. Destroy all the target areas and liberate the town of Chicago.
Copy that.
Well, if it isn't the heinous terrorist, public enemy number one.
Richard!
Oh, you've done excellent work, Michael. How about a reward to show my appreciation? Poison gas will annihilate the city in 5 minutes. And Metal Wolf will be blamed for the slaughter of Chicago. Have a nice day. Or not, Michael.
Each target area has started up their poison gas controls. If the density of the poison gas exceeds 181 parts per million, human death is guaranteed. Destroy the target areas before the density reaches 181 ppm. What's that?
Coming to you live from the skies over Chicago, this is DNN's Peter McDonald. Using poison gas as his weapon of choice, Metal Wolf seeks to obliterate the city of Chicago. that coward. Even cruelty has a limit. But rest assured, I have faith that the U.S. military will put a stop to this.
That journalist is up to his old misinformed tricks again. Please hurry, Mr. President. Poison gas density has gone down. What's that? Filled with poisonous gas neutralizer. The soldiers must be tired if they left that out in such an obvious Mr. President. Defense strength is high against live ammunition.
According to our own DNN human fatality density measuring device, the density of poison gas in the city has already exceeded 50 parts per million. Meadow Wolf is a villain down to his last mecha bolt.
He was forced to sing the blues for the troops.
The way things are going, the gas will reach a fatal density in another 3 minutes. Meadow Wolf won't even give us enough time to make instant noodles.
That journalist is always a day late and $1 short. Hurry up, Mr. President. Some scientists were among the POWs you rescued. They were probably used to research poison gas. That drawbridge is a symbol of the city and its rivers. Seeing it open is quite a sight, but if we can't cross, we'll be in a jam. Hurry up! Way to go, Mr. President! Whoa, you barely made it!
How do you like me
Dire blow to the military. The military only has 3 operating bases left.
density will exceed 181 ppm. Please hurry, Mr. President. One target area remains. The final spot, Mr. President.
Is over 170 parts per million. Dear Lord, please save us sinners.
Oh, that damn journalist. Talk to the Vice President, not God, about that.
An utter nightmare. The U.S. military has been demolished once again by Metal Wolf. However, his plan to gas the town ended in failure. Could it be that the hand of God reached down to save us? Uh-oh. I've just looked into the eyes of Metal Wolf. Any further reporting is too dangerous. Our news team is seeking refuge. But our coverage of these events will continue. Because yes, the pen is still mightier than the sword. This has been Peter McDonald for DNN.
I'll say one thing for the guy. At least his misreporting is consistent.
As long as the city is safe, who cares? Jody, what's the situation on the ground across America?
Cruel oppression of U.S. citizens still continues all over the nation.
I guess neither of us will see any time off soon. I'm off to the next battle zone. Update me on the situation, Jody.
Yes, Mr. President. The enemy force sends out over 1,000 citizens a day from Miami, trafficking them into overseas white slavery. The command cruiser moored on the coast directs troops in the Atlantic. It has long-range, high-powered missiles on board. Stay on constant guard. Many helicopters join the defense. Concentrate your attacks on intercepting these cannonballs. The objective is the destruction of all target areas and the command cruiser. This mission goes by the call name... A lovely and clear sea once more. Good luck and Godspeed, Mr. President. Enemy forces occupy Miami Beach. That battle cruiser is the command ship, directing the Atlantic Ocean troops in this area. Attack the cruiser and the coup d'etat forces, leisurely enjoying their holiday. And sink them to the bottom of this grand ocean.
Copy that. For their sakes, I hope they enjoyed their last R&R.
The Navy cruiser will fire powerful long-range missiles. You'll need constant warning, Mr. President. For aerial attacks. Mr. President, are you turning your back? Mr. President, are you abandoning America? Mr. President! The Navy cruiser will fire powerful long-range missiles. You'll need constant warning, Mr. President. Long-range missiles are approaching. Watch out for aerial attacks. Bombers are approaching. Be on alert. The bomber group seems to have received a request from the target area and is on their way. The bombing will be dangerous. You should sever the reinforcements ahead of time. Rage on unless you wipe out the launch source. The musician was among the POWs you rescued. He was surely forced to play the ukulele on the beach. So, their flight pattern will probably be from the direction at 12 o'clock. Are airborne. Wow! That didn't surprise me one bit. Among the POWs you rescued. They were worked to the bone without any vacation maintaining that battle cruiser. The beach. They should give a little thought to the summer swimmers and vacationers.
That's far enough, Metal Wolf.
That voice, is that the Eagle of the Atlantic, Brigadier General Robert Forrester?
Your former commander.
Metal Wolf, I don't know what you're up to, or who is inside of there, but I can tell you this, you're public enemy number one.
Going head-to-head with this kind of firepower isn't the smart way. Start by crushing the gun battery. The defense strength is high against live ammunition. All the targeted and long-range missiles from that Navy cruiser are on a collision course. Please do not be caught off guard. The Navy cruiser will fire powerful long-range missiles. You'll need constant warning, Mr. President. From the target area and is on their way. The bombing will be dangerous. You should sever the reinforcements ahead of time. Long-range missiles are approaching. Watch out for aerial attacks. To play the ukulele on the beach. These attacks will rage on unless you wipe out the launch source. Whoa! That didn't surprise you one bit. To the bone. alone without any vacation maintaining that battle cruiser.
Well, their flight pattern will probably be from the direction at 12 o'clock. The missiles are airborne. Are you all right? Oh, laying out landmines on the beach. They should give a little thought to the summer swimmers and vacationers. Going head-to-head with this kind of firepower isn't the smart way. Start by crushing the gun battery. The defense strength is high against live ammunition.
duty. Carry out your own justice.
Now the beach will be crowded with vacationers once again.
Yeah, for those who survived.
Great going, Mr. President.
What's the pulse of the nation say about all this?
Citizens have already begun to wake up to the Vice President's evil intentions. They couldn't stage a revolt in time.
Just the thought of a revolt is enough. I'll take back the nation soon. Full speed ahead!
I'm with you all the way, Mr. President. The enemy force experiments on the people of New York with unmanned super weaponry. It treats the 8 million citizens who run about trying to escape like guinea pigs. Information has been obtained that energy power stations are supplying the massive weaponry. Before taking the huge weapons head-on, destroy the energy supply facilities. The objective is the destruction of all target areas and the massive arms. This mission goes by the call name Operation We Love NYC. Good luck and Godspeed, Mr. President.
Enemy forces occupy New York City. The coup d'etat forces are experimenting with an unmanned super weapon to suppress the townspeople. Destroy the target areas along with the super weapons.
Talk about massive arm. What is that? Carnival ride?
Hello, Michael. How's life treating you?
Richard.
What do you think of my cute little pet? Thanks to him, the people of New York City are right now festively running around and trying to escape. It's like a big old carnival. It's like Mardi Gras in New York or something.
You are a sick...
Take a bite from its super energy wave phaser. It'll get you high enough to reach heaven.
Richard!
Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye.
If what he said is true, this'll be dangerous. Run away for now, Mr. President. Daddy Longlegs gets its energy wave firepower from a power recharge facility. Each target area obtains powerful electromagnetic armor energy. The origin of the energy supply should be cut off first. The fuselage damage rate is over 70%! Mr. President, I'm sure you're just overworked, but are you okay? Mr. President! If what he said is true, this'll be dangerous. Run away for now, Mr. President. Daddy Longlegs gets its energy wave firepower from a power recharge facility. Each target area obtains powerful electromagnetic armor energy. The origin of the energy supply should be cut off first. Once again, there will be music on Broadway. gets any closer.
Some scientists were among the POWs you rescued. They were used to research weapons of mass destruction.
damage rate is above 50%. Enough warming up. Get in the game, sir. President? I'm sure you're just overworked, but are you okay? Manhattan will soon be back to its glorious hustle and bustle.
Yeah, New York City is, and always was, built to last. Right, Jody?
Of course, Mr. President.
The enemy force in the east also started withdrawing.
Did they?
It sure has been a long road to victory.
Yes, it has.
All that remains is your home.
The White House.
Mr. President, when this battle is over, I'm taking a paid vacation. I haven't seen my parents for a while, and you know how it is.
That's fine with me. You deserve some extra time off, too.
I can't wait.
Last stop, Washington, D.C.
Yes, Mr. President. The Information Management Department just contacted me. The coup d'etat forces are making an announcement on national television.
Dear fellow Americans, good evening. This is an announcement from the Government Policy Promotion Department, where the password is No More Metal Wolf. Metal Wolf, who escaped from military custody through cruel trickery, continues to agitate various parts of the country. Sympathizers to these acts appear to be on the rise. As an American, this is most regrettable. Please try to remember the names and faces of any of the ringleaders who instigated this terrorism. A heart of justice is a heart that loves America. Surrender now, while your crimes are still not so serious. But if you refuse surrender, based on Article 48, Clause 4 in the newly enacted U.S. Constitution, Metal Wolf sympathizers and/or any blood relatives removed 4 times or less, as well as schoolmates in all educational institutions, such as high schools and universities, as well as any co-workers or associates. For any and all related people, a public execution will be carried out. So, to any terrorist sympathizers, if an ounce of justice still remains in you, give up on that man and surrender by 5 p.m. today. This is our final ultimatum. This has been an announcement from the Government Policy Promotion Department, where the password is "We love Richard Hawk."
Richard!
Poor Michael. Left all by your lonesome.
Richard! What changed you?
Michael, America has gotten too fat for her own good. These incapable pigs are eating this nation alive. The death of these freeloaders, leaving only the capable behind, will help me create a new nation.
Richard, you...
Oh, and Michael, I forgot to tell you, but your presidential staff, those backstabbing idiots, well, I've decided they can die too.
You!
If you want to help those pigs, come to Liberty Island and watch those worms wiggle in vain. See you when I see you,
Richard! I'll head to Liberty Island to rescue my men. And the reason is because I'm the president of this great United States of America.
Why did you come to save us after we betrayed you?
Jody, I can't turn my back on a friend. And the reason is, I'm the President of the United States.
Mr. President, don't come near! It's a trap!
Hey there, Michael. Are you still playing the hero?
Richard!
You just don't get it, do you? Freedom is dead! You and your men and this symbol of freedom will all perish! ahead and cock your weapons. If I direct these missiles behind me, that goddess of liberty and your cute little secretary will all be blown to smithereens. Round 2! This wild dog of war is on the move, Michael. He'll bite you if you don't move it. Now, hightail it out of here. Oh, I almost forgot. Time for my afternoon tea. Nothing like sipping some delicious Darjeeling tea. And watching you getting your clock cleaned. If I direct these missiles behind me, that goddess of liberty and your cute little secretary will all be blown to smithereens. Round... Oh! if I direct these missiles behind me. That goddess of liberty and your cute little secretary will all be blown to smithereens. Oh! Go ahead and cock your weapons. If I direct these missiles behind me, that goddess of liberty and your cute little secretary will all be blown to smithereens! Oh!
Not just Apaches, Mr. President.
You're alive!
Us resistance soldiers are known for our resilience. Aim for the Caterpillar. Kill the legs first. That's an ironclad battle tactic. Knowledge of how to escape. But our helicopters are limited. Be careful. Your mega damage rate is over 50%. Watch out. Only 200 yards between the tank and the Statue of Liberty. Kill promptly and effectively. That's an ironclad battle tactic. Mr. President, the only one who can protect the Statue of Liberty, our lives are in your hands.
weapons if I direct these missiles behind me. That goddess of liberty and your cute little secretary will all be blown to smithereens. Cock your weapons if I direct these missiles behind me. That goddess of liberty and your cute little secretary will all be blown to smithereens.
Mr. President, my boys were successful in saving your princess. I'll connect you.
Mr. President? How can I ever...
Jody,
Yes?
sorry to be late.
Mr. President,
From the skies above Liberty Island, this is DNN's Peter McDonald reporting. To viewers in America, make that the world. Did you witness the truth reported to you live on DNN? Did you witness Vice President Richard Hawke's dreadful nature revealed? As I have been stressing all along, Metal Wolf was the truly righteous one. While the world may have doubted you, I always believed in you. Thank you, Metal Wolf, and thank you, Michael Wilson.
Whatever.
President,
Jody,
Yes, what is it, Mr. President?
you sure you don't need any more time off?
Oh, yes, Mr. President, I've had enough.
Now time to take back the last piece of ground.
Of course. You know where that is.
The White House!
The enemy seems to be concentrating their power around the White House. An overwhelming number of defense forces, unlike any yet seen, are predicted to be on hand. The shape of this underground base is highly complicated. There is a strong possibility that the target area is closely coordinated, skillfully attacked to prevent reinforcements and coordination between target areas. This is the granddaddy battle of them all. Annihilate the target areas and take back your White House, sir. This mission goes by the call name I'm Home, Operation White House. Good luck and Godspeed, Mr. President.
We have visual. All good.
Let's party! It's good to be home.
Were among the POWs you rescued. They were used to develop new weapons for the military. The above-ground route has been sealed off. But if you take back the underground base, the enemy will surrender and open the barrier. Now aim for the target areas. Now get out there and rock their world. Seems to have powered the energy guns. He was forced to perform to entertain the troops. Gas is being released. Let's destroy the targets releasing the poisonous gas before the density reaches 181 ppm. The poisonous gas has been stopped completely due to the target areas being eliminated. The fuselage damage rate is above 50%.
You are experiencing radar trouble. You can't move carelessly about until the radar jamming station is destroyed.
How do you like me now?
Enemies has really decreased. There's one last target area. Were we lured out? Who did that to the White House? They shouldn't call it the White House. They should call it the Fight House.
Don't get distracted, Jody. Time to redecorate. Fast and to the point.
Mr. President, peel off that unsightly armored exterior. Protected in a sturdy shelter. When the shelter opens, that's your chance to attack. there. Mr. President, let's finish this. Damage rate is above 50%.
You've got the keys. Now step on in.
You're home at long last.
And here to stay. I'm back, America.
Now you've recaptured all of America.
Yes, but Richard has disappeared.
The Special Intelligence Department is investigating, but...
Metal Wolf, the Vice President is in Las Vegas.
Really?
Nobody rivals our intelligence gathering abilities. Head for Las Vegas with me.
Well, not just me. Everyone in the Resistance will be rivaling support around the country.
I know how you feel.
Thanks.
Mr. President, good luck and Godspeed.
Jody, prepare Air Force One for takeoff. We're heading to Las Vegas.
Yes, Mr. President. The Vice President Richard Hawk waits for you in Las Vegas. My only advice to you is this. Beat him to a pulp. This mission goes by the call name... We believe in you.
Richard, come out!
Oh, Michael, you're so sweet.
Richard!
And for that, I owe you. You canceled all my dreams and plans. So now I've got a nice little present for you. Here! Let me ask you one last thing. What do you want on your tombstone? What do you want it to say, huh, Michael? What lovely footwork.
Richard!
Now try dancing with me. This show's gonna run all night.
Were among the POWs you rescued. So sweet, Michael. Like gulping a cup of condensed milk. Think you can kill me, huh?
He's on the move. Chase after him, Mr. President.
Richard, you can run, but you can't hide.
Coward! Coward! Michael! gonna complain? He's a coward. I can't win. So shoot me, Michael. Or are you a chicken?
Showing who'll have the last laugh.
You break it, you bought it, Michael. You'll pay for the damages with your life. Now, Michael. Shall I take you to the next stage?
He's on the move again. Chase after him, Mr. President.
Double kiss. Sequence.
Lovely, eh, Michael? Doesn't knowing that it all ends here kind of get your adrenaline going?
Richard!
Michael! It ends here. fresh out of justice tonight, eh? Could you look after me from heaven? I love you, honey.
were among the POWs you rescued.
of Honor would look better on me. Give up!
He's on the move. Chase after him, Mr. President.
Richard?
Knock that jerk off the roof. Show him who'll have the last laugh.
You break it, you bought it, Michael. You'll pay for the damages with your life. Now, Michael.
He's on the move again. Chase after him, Mr. President.
Escaping me. Nice one, Michael. Take it and die, and take it to your grave.
That won't affect you, Mr. President. Mr. President, he's done for.
Where are you? There's no escaping me.
It's over, Richard.
Like hell it is.
That's the space shuttle. You can't chase after that. Hey, Mr. President! Mr. President! Mr. President!
Ah!
That's pointless, Mr. President.
Nothing is pointless. And the reason is because I'm the President of the great United States of America. Yeah!
Mr. President!
Jody, I'm gonna step out into outer space. See you soon.
President, are you all right?
Yes, and very pleased about my first flight in space. But I just wish I'd brought my camera.
Mr. President, be sure and come back now. The American people are waiting for you.
I am the President of the United States of America. I'll be back.
Right, Mr. President.
Please continue to update me as the battle goes on.
Sure, leave it to me.
Oh, and contact the Japanese embassy. Tell them we can hold that wildlife protection conference.
The Vice President has fortified the U.S.'s state-of-the-art space colony. He has concentrated an army of elite soldiers there with the plan to invade America from space. Knowing the Vice President's sinister nature, I predict he has some unexpected trump card up his sleeve. But Mr. President, you must be victorious at all costs. The reason is because you're the President of this great land. This mission goes by the call name, Believe in Your Own Justice. Best of luck, and Godspeed, Mr. President.
Chasing 15 million feet after me. Now that's love. Well, I love you too, Michael. I love you so much, I can't stand it. So much, I want to kill you.
Hold it, Richard! Stars in the Milky Way. Of all man's achievements in the 21st century, this is the climax!
Mr. President, the barrier's shut. You won't be able to advance if you don't destroy it.